Hello there and welcome back to another video, and today I will be unboxing, speed building and reviewing the builds in LEGO set number 10692 Creative Bricks from LEGO Classic. Now this set comes with 221 pieces, and of course that includes 0 minifigures, and let's just jump straight into it. So on the front of the box you can see a few of the builds that are included, and you can also see that it does actually include a book with the instructions to build them. And there's also this nice shot of some random bricks laid out. And if we turn it around a bit you can see a couple more of the builds, and of course more bricks and a 1:1 scale of a brick. And then if you move further around you can see that it actually shows you all the pieces in the set on these two sides, as well as showing you a few more builds that are included. Now I am super excited to get into this, so I'm not going to wait any longer. Before I get into the contents, I'd just like to point out that they actually use this nice plastic lid with the studs on top to make it seem like a Lego brick. But the issue is it doesn't actually combine with the Lego brick boxes that they've made, unless you push it down with some force, but then that can damage them, and you can see that it's hard to get them apart, because there is this central anti-stud in the middle to help stick the actual boxes together. Here's everything that comes inside the box. 3 unnumbered bags of Lego, of course, because it is a box of ideas. And a 54-page ideas booklet. However, if you look here you can see that it only includes the instructions for a few of the builds, and the rest of them can only be accessed on the website. Now I am super excited to build this, so today I am going to build this and wrap it up into a very quick speed build. So here is the completed build. Build time today was about 25 minutes, and let's just jump straight into it. The first thing we build is this nice sheep and flower. Now the sheep build itself is a very cute build. I really like this. Very simple as well. It's got the simple face there with the 2 closed eyes, and then this round piece here. It's made up of about 10 pieces, so a very simple thing. The flowers are nice inclusion, but it does heavily depend on these big moulded pieces, like these big moulded pieces, like this flower here and those leaves there. But like I said, I do think it's a nice inclusion. The second build you get is this really nice shop front. It looks like the sort of thing you'd get in a Lego Friends set with the pastel colours. It's on this nice green plate. And you can see it's got a nice general shape. Of course it has a functional door made out using that clear blue plastic, so that's nice. And then you can see that they're selling various fruits and flowers and vegetables out here, minus the fruits. And so you can see that there's these nice potted flowers with that nice blue flower piece on there. Then you can see there's a much bigger sunflower back there, which is very similar to the build we got with the sheep. And then they're also selling 2 nice carrots. This is a very simple build for a carrot, but I do actually really like that carrot. And then if you move up, there's this nice awning up here, and then there's a flag to depict the name of the shop. Of course this set has no printed pieces apart from the eyes though, so it doesn't actually have a name. But like I said, it's just a shop front, and if you turn it round to the back, you're going to be disappointed. Like I said though, the door does open, and if you want to destroy the stock outside, so does the window. Next we get this plain build, and I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it's got some nice features. So it's got this nice cone nose here. I do feel like the black at the end does make it look a bit too much like a nose on maybe a dog or something, a blue dog. But I think it's meant to represent a propeller there, although I'm not sure. I do think it would have been better without it. Speaking of propellers, it has got these two propellers up here. They're a nice inclusion. They're quite fun and they give it a nice overall look. The shaping of it is okay. You can see it's got that big wing over the top there and then a smaller wing at the back on the tail. And you can see it does actually have a tail. So yeah, it's got some nice shaping. You can roll it around as well. And there's a nice windscreen there. Yeah, it's got some nice shaping, but it's just not really for me. I'll tell you what is for me though, this pencil and rubber build. This is just fantastic. The rubber is only made out of 3 pieces, but it gives a nice overall shape. But the pencil itself, I think, is a really nice build. You can see, of course, it's replicating one of these pencils that you'd find in a school, and I think it does a really good job with the white and red at the tip there, and the yellow up the body, and then the black for the lead and the white to represent the wood. I just think that's a really nice pencil build, and the rubber's alright. And now on to the builds that weren't in the physical instruction booklet. So first of all, we have this nice little race car. I think this is a fun build. You can immediately tell what it's meant to be. It has a nice shape, and it's a fun one to drive around. Again, not made of many pieces. It's not the most detailed thing in the world, but I do actually quite like this. Yeah, like I said, I've said it a few times now, it's a fun one to roll around. Next up we have this cow with a few hay bales there to eat, which, yeah, they're okay. They're just 2 random pieces really. And then the cow itself isn't the best looking thing. You can see the front does look very flat, like it's just ran into a wall. The actual body is quite nice with the patterns of the dark and light brown. And then underneath you can see it does have 4 rudders and it's got the hooves at the bottom. It also has those 2 nice ears. But yeah, just not really a great thing. Not really a great build if you ask me. And finally we have this lighthouse, and I absolutely love this build. I'll start off with the little sailboat they give us. I think it's a pretty decent build. It's using about 5 pieces. Yeah, 5 pieces there. And you can immediately tell what it's meant to be. I like the overlapping of the sails there to give it some more realism. I think it's a nice little build. But of course the main part of this lighthouse build is the lighthouse. You can see it's on this nice light blue base to represent the water, and then you can see the nice alternating white and red going up the lighthouse. There's also this nice dock here for boats to dock at. A nice little door for the people to walk into. Of course you can see it's not minifigure scale. My one problem is it does have this big gaping hole at the back, but as long as you just look at it from the front, that shouldn't be an issue. And then finally, if we move up to the light itself, it is actually on a turntable, so you can turn that round, which I don't really think they needed to include, because most of the time you're not going to be able to tell it's turning round. But yeah, it's a nice thing of them to include, and I just think it's a really nice build. All in all, I think this is a great set. It's got some really nice builds in here. I love this lighthouse. This sheep is a cute little thing. This pencil build is a really nice thing. And I love this shop as well. The other three builds I don't like quite as much, but it's still a very nice, they were still very nice inclusions. And also, in terms of spare pieces, there are very few. In fact, these are the spare pieces. So yeah, very few, and they're all these 1x2 bricks in yellow and orange. So yeah, I think this is a great set. And also, you have to remember, we did get this nice yellow Lego lid in there as well. And I think that's a nice thing in itself, if not very useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.